Langdabo Jiva declared that working on any of President Jammeh's farm is vital since the proceeds are reinvested back to the public in many ways. The youth leader also thanked GPA and the Refugee Association for their active participation over the years. Coordinators of refugee affairs from the Gambia Red Cross and Red Crescent Society dilated on the importance of food in the maintenance and sustenance of refugees.
This work today has fulfilled one of the pillars of the 3 pillars of food security, which is availability of food. We have availability, access, and utilization.
The Vice President of the Refugee Sufferal Association, Mabin Tusani, expressed gratitude and appreciation for the continuous help they have been receiving from the Gambia Red Cross and the government particularly. She, however, appealed for basic building materials like corrugated iron sheets and more farm tools required in reinforcing provisions. The GPA Deputy Director of Training and Development, who doubles as the farm coordinator, Karamo Bakari Jani, underlined the importance of diversity in crop production, emphasizing that crops such as Findi should be aggressively cultivated because of their nutritional value.
Right now we are at the Findi farm. The President has given directive that people should grow Findi, because Findi is good and it's healthy and it's our local food. That's why we also decided that this year we will grow as much as possible. We've taken 2 farms this year.
The Dobong farm manager Biran Kamara hailed the efforts of GPA dock workers, the people of Dobong as well as other participants and refugees from Buyam and surrounding villages. Kamara also conveyed hopes of a bumper harvest despite the swarm of worms in parts of the groundnut farm. Farming, as emphasized in the President's Back to the Land call, is one sole way of arresting hunger and food poverty. The engagement of GPA's dock workers in this critical sector could hugely boost food productivity and the Gambia's food security drive. Modu Bajan, GRTS.
The Gambia has been playing host to a 2-day capacity building program organized by the Intergovernmental Action Group Against Money Laundering in West Africa. The forum that attracted delegates from various English-speaking ECOWAS countries underlined some regional efforts to tighten the news on money laundering. Abdullah Baji witnessed the opening and he now tells us more.
Forum on Intergovernmental Action Against Money Laundering. The center of attention here is on professional accountants designed to provide international standards for the implementation of relevant legal practices. The forum is expected to provide stakeholders with a guidance framework to effectively battle against criminals by clarifying and strengthening the existing threats posed by money laundering, which continues to be a major hitch to economic growth. The national representative of GAIBA in the Gambia highlighted that the workshop couldn't have come at a better time for the country, as major steps have been taken in this legislative enabling farmer actions, ensuring conformity with the law.
The workshop could not have come at a better time, at a time when FATF just revised the standards in 2012, at a time when the Gambia just enacted a new anti-money laundering legislation in 2012, at a time when the Gambia Association of Accountants repealed the Accountants Act of 1991 with a new financial reporting bill.
Money laundering in West Africa is often used to support terrorism and financial crimes, which can greatly threaten the stability of a country's financial sector and undermine its political foundation. Studies have revealed that the world has lost trillions of dollars attributed to illegal activities linked to money laundering.
The worldwide estimates of the amount of laundered money annually ranges between 700 billion to $1.8 trillion. This is about 5% of the world's GDP. Mr. Governor will be interested in these statistics. A study revealed recently that developing countries lost between 585.9 billion and 918.6 billion annually over a 10-year period between 2000 and 2010. In another study by the African Development Bank and the Global Financial Integrity, it was revealed that Africa leads the rest of the developing world, having lost between 1.2 and $1.4 trillion over a 30-year period.
Corruption continues to hinder the growth of economies, especially those in developing countries. The program is meant to critically raise capacity, presenting wider solutions, assisting accountants to prevent and reduce money laundering in every aspect of the economy.
Effects of corruption in every facet of the economies of the countries represented here cannot be overemphasized. And no doubt we all agree that the tactics of those who have, by corrupt practices, enriched themselves illegally in bringing in the gains of these corrupt tendencies into our economies must be resisted and made mission impossible in order to reduce negative impacts on our emerging economies. As active participants in the economies of the nation states represented here, accountants have multiplicity of roles in national, regional development, and therefore should reaffirm the obligation to assist in this resistance crusade. Capacity building being offered here by GIABA for the accountants is highly appreciated.
The governor of the Central Bank of the Gambia cited key issues underpinning sub-regional monetary security concerns.
Which, to a great extent, will help build capacities of accountants in combating money laundering, terrorism financing, and other related economic and financial crimes. Money laundering, to put it simply, is the process of making the proceeds of crime to appear to have legitimate origin. The proceeds or wealth to be laundered can be generated from a number of criminal acts. In the past, money laundering was mainly associated with the trafficking in drugs. Today, the designated categories of offenses are numerous and include, among others, sexual exploitation, trafficking in human beings, corruption and bribery, fraud, currency counterfeiting, and most recently, tax evasion.
Professional accountants can never be complacent when it comes to organized crime and money laundering, and with modern-day criminals getting ever sophisticated and daring, engaging stakeholders besides the development of capacity could immensely help meaningful progress, realizing good economic growth. Reporting for GRTS News, I am Abdullah Baji.
Well, over the years, the Inter-African Committee, IAC, in conjunction with the UN system and the international community, has been spearheading a string of initiatives to address traditional practices deemed harmful. Well, GEMCO-TRAP, in its fight against violence, FGM, and other issues inimical to the health of women, recently organized a media advocacy forum to talk about the issue. Well, time now to take a break, and when we come back, the news continues. Welcome back to GRTS News. In the U.S. state of Colorado, some residents say they have never seen anything like it before. Torrential rains have unleashed massive flash flooding, with 3 already dead. President Barack Obama has signed an emergency declaration to scale up relief to hard-hit areas. CNN's Anna Cabrera has more.
The submerged car is turned on its side, and rescuers have a chance to break a window and look inside. To the relief of the entire rescue team and to people across the country watching this unfold on live TV, a survivor appears. But he's not safe yet, as the man puts on a life vest. His car falls again, this time without a window to seal off the floodwater. Is there an air pocket in the car? Precious seconds tick by as the water rushes into the vehicle. Then rescuer Robert Williams leaves the safety of his own raft to free the man, and finally, he makes it to shore. Others wouldn't be as fortunate. The floods are blamed for at least 3 deaths in Colorado, and officials are bracing for that number to rise.
This was a devastating overnight storm in the dark, and I anticipate that as the day goes on, we are likely to find other people who are the victims of the storm. I hope and pray that's not true.
Authorities began their rescues Wednesday night, including this family and their dog stranded on their balcony in Boulder. The storm at times dumped an inch of rain an hour.